Hi, Tim Sales here with another video. This one has to do with saturation, all right? And so I'm going to play a video clip from Kylie where she's talking about growth rate and saturation, and then I'm going to show you something.
So our MLM is growing at a 1% or 100% rate.
If your MLM is growing at a 100% rate, that means that your pool of people who you can recruit is also decreasing at a 100% rate.
Okay. So that one's a little confusing to me. I can't quite figure that one out. If your company is growing at 100% growth, that means that your pool of people you can recruit is also decreasing at 100%. Okay? All right. So I'm not going to try to pretend that I don't know where she's confused because as soon as I hear this, I know exactly which person she's listened to or read about, all right? So if you haven't been following me, there's 6 anti-network marketing people out there, and then everybody else just regurgitate their content. And what I did is that I went back to the origin of it, and I handled that one. I tried to get every one of those people to debate me. They would not. They wanted to keep their playing field the way that it was. And so I have to kind of handle individual ones as they come up. So let's talk about this. First of all, her math is wrong, her calculations necessarily. It's dissimilar math, all right? So growth is measured in sales dollars. Prospect pool, customer or rep, is measured in people. And so you can't do the math on the two of those. They're dissimilar. It'd be like I doubled the amount of milk that I've got, which means that it decreased the peanut butter I have. You know what I mean? In other words, it doesn't relate whatsoever. And again, I know what she's read, and so what you're going to see, and do watch all these videos for Kylie because it's going to end in a very interesting way. But so a person puts out what they want to do. That's the narrative. And then they find data points that line up with the narrative. And any of them that don't line up, they keep those away from you. And so what she's done is she pulled in a data point that lines up, okay? And so what we've got to do is find out whether it's truth or it's lies. And that's what I'm going to discuss here. Saturation theory, at a minimum, hasn't happened yet. Okay, so this thing has been theorized for, I don't know, I guess 20 years. I've been in the network marketing industry for 32 years, and it's been a theory for 20 years. So by getting one customer or rep, you don't, and I'm going to emphasize this, you don't necessarily deplete your customer pool by one. Absolute versus reality. To get an absolute, what you would have to do is that you would have to stop all from dying, all people from dying, and you would have to stop all from being born, and no one could age. And the reason I brought in age to it, because as people leave the pool, people are coming into the pool because they're aging. Let's say you have weight loss. And so there's a certain number of people who are moving into the overweight category, and there's certain people who are moving out of the overweight category. And so if you just had this fixed number of people and you say, okay, and that's going to be an absolute. And if you pulled one out as a customer or a rep, then yes, theoretically, then that person is no longer available. But it'd be a hard job to get everybody to stop being born and everybody to stop dying and stop aging, okay? And also, before I move to the next thing, these are the same people who say network marketing doesn't work, but yet we could saturate the whole planet. You can't have both arguments, guys. You're going to have to choose one of those. Either it doesn't work or it works so good that it's going to saturate. You get what I'm saying? So you can't have both arguments. All right, so there's a crazy website out there that I had to freeze frame it. And what it shows is all 7 billion people, and then as seconds go by, it's adding people and subtracting people, and it's kind of going like that. All right, and so pool 1 from Earth pool, but more are added to the Earth pool. Okay, and that rate is faster at adding. Okay, so but obviously those people are going to be new people, not really in our market necessarily, unless we're in the baby products market. But do you get the difficulty, or can you get the impossibility that you could saturate a market? All right, like it would be very, very difficult, if not impossible. So I kind of see this one as saturation theory at a minimum. It hasn't happened yet. And at the maximum, it's completely false. So, but give me your thoughts. What do you think about this? Is it an absolute or is it a theory? Number 1, let me know that. And then number 2 is, have you seen it saturated? And it may be saturated in a particular company in a particular area, but the luxury is that we don't have territorial boundaries. And a lot of people like jump onto that one and say, oh, you got to have territories. But my experience is that every time you get a territory, then you get lazy. And so I don't want limitations. I want the world, right? And any entrepreneur would want that. And that is the reason we have global markets. And so comment down below what you think about the saturation theory. Thanks a lot.